What's going on, men out there? This is your boy Upper Echelon, giving a shout out to all the men who decided to hit this channel. Hit the like, share, and the subscribe button right now, because right now you made the first step into the rest of your life. This is Upper Echelon here, where we teach men to know their value and their worth, and to know their way around a relationship, and not to get played or play second fiddle to anybody, because we as men here know our worth, and we are the prize. But women are also a prize as well. It's just they're not the big bear at the show. They're not the big bear at the carnival. You know, they're the secondary prize, but a prize still in itself. But feminism has backfired on women now, and now they're here to take what has been backfired against them. Now women will be forced to be drafted, which I find is a travesty that our women will be getting drafted into war, because even though they push for equal rights and equal fights, our women are not equal to us, especially physically or mentally. But this is what they asked for. So you're not real if you don't give them what they asked for. So right now they're getting what they asked for. It's a shame that a lot of good women are being swept into this, that didn't want this, that knew their position in the household. But you know, we're going to sit there, we're going to go through this, we're going to let them talk about it, and then we're going to see the people that are with it, we're going to see the ones that are against it, and then we're going to give our upper echelon man opinion about it and what it should be, and we're going to see how that is. But let's sit back and watch.
A new bill before Congress would require young women for the first time to register for the draft just like young men. ABC's Mary Alice Parks is on Capitol Hill this morning with the latest on this legislation. Good morning, Mary Alice.
Good morning, Eva. Yeah, this is interesting and would be a first. Now, it's been nearly 50 years since the government has actually inducted someone into the military through the draft, but still, young men have to register after they turn 18, and now Congress is again talking about whether women should have to too.
Capitol Hill poised to make history. The Senate Armed Services Committee advancing a bill that, if signed into law, would require young women for the first time to register for the draft at 18, just like their dads and brothers. Ashlyn Carroll, an ROTC student from Tulane, telling us she welcomes the news.
It caught me off guard. I think that it definitely levels the playing field, and it sets a precedent that shows that women are equal in the armed forces.
The bill, as written, would increase parental leave for servicemen and women and establish a basic needs allowance, which advocates say could help fight hunger and food insecurity among members of the military. Today, women serve at nearly every level of the military. The last time the government actually drafted a non-voluntary civilian into the armed services was back in 1973 during the Vietnam War. Last year, then candidate Joe Biden saying a draft is not needed now, but that he would, quote, ensure that women are also eligible to register for the selective service system so that men and women are treated equally in the event of future conflicts. On the National Mall, some worried faces, but many women and men conceding the idea felt fair.
We are living in the 21st century where men and women are to be considered equal, then we have to be considered equal on all fronts.
If it was a draft that included young men and young women, that seems appropriate and fair.
I think that's fair. I do. I think women are being included in everything, and hopefully we don't end up in a situation where we ever need the draft again.
But not everyone is on board with the idea of adding women to the draft. Republican Senator Josh Hawley writing, "Compelling women to fight our wars is wrong."
Now, some recent polls show that slightly more Americans favor this idea, but it's close. And one more thing, this big defense spending bill would also include some changes to how serious crimes like sexual assault are prosecuted in the military. That's obviously another big topic of debate. Whit.
It sure is. All right, Mary Alice, thanks.
Rationale skills and our logical thinking is not conducive to be able to be on the front grounds, to be able to make, oh my gosh, if I step here, this is going to blow up. Can I, like, we just think too emotionally. And that's why when we talked about leadership, it's the same thing. Being in those positions where like split-second decision could make or break, I don't think women have it in them to do that. And I don't think it's fair to men. If I was a man, I wouldn't want to be next to a woman and want to be carried out if my life was depending on it.
I think it seems like a lot of the same discussions keep happening with these prompts, which is back and forth of how much is it nature, how much is it nurture, how much are there like intrinsic biological differences between men and women, and how much does that dictate our behavior and our physiology, our biology, versus how much of that is through social learning.
You know, what's really funny is that in most countries, they don't even have this problem right here. It's only the highly sexualized Western countries that's going through this right here. Whereas like women have to be liberated and they have to show their muscle or they have to run up their body count. Like this is the type of place where this is prominent at. You don't hear about this in Saudi Muslim countries or Japanese or Chinese countries. You don't hear that. Or Spanish speaking. You don't hear about a woman wanting equality, wanting to go do this and outshine the man right now. It's because in a Western society, our men have become too feminine and our women have become too masculine, so they say. No, it's not that. It's just a man not putting his foot down and a man is not being himself. And if you're not going to be a masculine man, then the women have no choice but to they're going to take up our mantle. So a lot of us have failed as men. As some of the betas, y'all fail as men. But I'm here to help y'all out so we can't continue to fail. Because we would be the laughing stock of the world if our military has to drag females into our army. But I feel like if a female wants to fight, let her fight. You know, don't discourage her right to go out and do what she feels is necessary for her country. But women in war and men in war are completely different things. Because if they take a woman hostage, they can be tortured a lot different from men. But we're going to talk about this after we see these former feminists and how they feel about the situation after they know that they can be put in this type of jeopardy.
18 to 26, hope you're ready to get drafted. It is not just the boys.
No, I can tell you right now you don't want me. Take one look at me. You think I can defend our country? I can barely defend myself in an argument. Why do women even have rights? I want to go back in time to when we had to be in the kitchen, no voting, no working, no rights. I'm fine with that. I don't want to go to war. I'll be in the kitchen making Pookie a sandwich until he gets back. I'm cool with that.
Drafted into what, my guy? I can't even argue with someone without crying. I'm gonna show up in my UGG slippers, my Stanley Cup, with my Dyson Airwrap, and hope my acrylic nails don't fall.
Who do you think you're talking to? We're literally all mentally ill. Disqualified. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, sounds like fun. I should be free, but I did have a few quick questions before I committed to anything for sure.
I'm not ready right now. I just woke up, I was gonna shower and wash my hair, but let me know where it is, and if I'm feeling up for it, maybe I can meet you at the battle.
Now some of them are saying, 6, hope you're ready to get drafted. It is not just the boys that will get drafted in World War III.
Make a scene. I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me. Yes, I do the cooking, yes, I do the cleaning.
What the hell we gonna do now?
Let me tell you guys something, these feminists, y'all doing too much. Listen, I got the right to vote. That is all that I need. Now all of a sudden, y'all are taking it too far.
They're drafting women now for war. Okay, let it be known when the feminist movement was happening, I didn't support it. Because not a day, and you can screenshot this, send to the Times, baby. Not a day did I support and want equal rights with men. No, I have always wanted more rights. Okay? Favoritism, sprinkle, sprinkle. So the only army I'm serving in is the Lord's. Thank you, amen.
Thank you to the uber feminists out there. You're the ones who are like, women can do anything. Yeah, I can do everything a man can do. Okay, well, had to open your big trap. Now women might be drafted in the military. And you can't even complain about it because you wanted this. You wanted equality for all. I don't want to be drafted. You did this. Damn it.
Ladies, you better be ready for this draft because I had to pay my first husband alimony, okay? Equality, we won. We did it. Everything we marched for, we got it. You go fight for my right to pay alimony because I'm married again and he's a lot younger than me and super hot. You get ready to go get drafted and I'm going to sit here and wait for my husband and hope he doesn't leave me and take everything I have.
Be in the military. Well, in combat. For the first time in history, women may be included in any future military draft. What's actually worrying is us casually talking about reigniting the draft. But I digress. Look, in the interest of freedom, anyone who wants to join the military should be able to, provided they can meet the criteria and the standards. But when do we get to stop pretending that men and women are physically equal? They literally put Ted Cruz's quote about how women should never be in a circumstance to face hand-to-hand combat with a man as if he's wrong. And before this reaches the side of TikTok that shares a collective 15 brain cells, and my comment section is filled with, "This is what you wanted." No.
If that's the generation you're drafting, we might as well all just pre-plan our funerals. You're better off sending out Gen X women than Gen Z men.
So when a young bitches get in the comments talking about, you're 27-year-old, baby, you finna go to war.
I think men are better than women.
She's kidding.
No, I'm not. They provide for us, and we must obey them because they are our masters.
April, stop it.
Leslie, you'll never land a bow with that domineering tone.
For dead women than it is the dead men, personally. Because, first of all, they gotta carry a whole bunch of heavy equipment and stuff. I just don't think we'll be able to handle it.
We came to a college campus and we wanted to ask people what they thought, whether this was about equality or whether it could have a negative impact on women in service.
Absolutely. I'm all for women empowerment.
I think that that is good. I think that if women want to serve in combat, they should be able to. It's been shown that a small woman can carry a large man. There's different techniques for doing it, and size isn't the only thing that matters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same opportunity.
All men are supposed to sign up for selective services. Should women have to do the same?
If, yeah, I mean, I
think so?
If we're going to institute a draft, then yeah, eligibility should apply to both sexes.
Fair is fair.
Of course, that wouldn't be ideal, being a girl myself, but you know, if you want equality, then you're going to get it.
We protect our country by doing things like raising our children.
Even way back in history, like the male's role to go out to war, and then we leave the women and children here to, you know, stay in the civilian life.
I guess it's their choice. I don't think some women are capable of it.
There are probably a lot of men who aren't capable of it.
I think more of women, though.
Keep telling yourself that, darling.
The women who actually go into the army are the women who want to fight. They know what they're getting into. But to have to sign up for like the draft or whatever, like other women may not want to have the same kind of dedication to it.
That's true, but I mean, equality, you know, if I have to do it, you should have to do it too.
Yeah,
right?
basically,
yeah.
Flashback.
Should women be drafted? For war?
That's too tough for me to answer.
Sure. Yeah.
for this country. Yeah. Believed in it. I think so. I think it might put a stop to it, maybe. Cool. Personally, no. I mean, do I want to be drafted? Drafted. Not the last one. Not for me. That's no from you.
Justin, Senate panel votes to make women register for the draft. And then this feminist up here is like, that's enough equality for today. I just want to laugh at some of the tweets under this for a second. You got this feminist down here that said, who wanted this? Y'all did. Y'all screamed equality. This is kind of what it comes with. I'm not saying you guys shouldn't be equal. Y'all should just expected this since everything is supposed to be leveled now. You got this wonderful woman down here saying the thing about me is I will get pregnant. And that just lets you know how far y'all are willing to go. Y'all are willing to birth life that you may or may not want and go to war. This woman down here saying, my feminism ends here, I'm afraid. That's all it takes, huh? You got this woman down here saying, my place is in the kitchen, not the Middle East. Oh, word? Now y'all want to be in the kitchen. Now y'all want to be in the fucking kitchen, huh? And this one just disgusted me. She's giving literal tips to women on how to ditch the draft. I wish it was that easy for men. Ladies 18 to 26, hope you're ready to get drafted.
The U.S. has the largest military in the entire world. Whatever. There's over 1 million active duty military members in the U.S. And also, it's what we put most of our money into. So if we got to the point that we had to draft women, it would be such a satisfying thing for me to turn to every man in my life and be like, you're a loser. An absolute disappointment. Oh my God, this is humiliating for you guys. You know, this is the one thing you said you have. All those World War II edits I saw on TikTok. What, do you want me to mow the lawn for you now? Oh, should I clear out the gutters? You are useless. Jesus Christ.
First off, for the last girl in the video, if you seen a man, you will sit there and praise him and probably do something real crazy for him for saving your life. So stop even acting like that. Don't even do that. And see, that's these fives that's acting like this, not even hardly fives. But see, us as men, we see this. And we see that women really don't want to play the man position. But somebody has to play the man's position. And if you're not going to play the man's position, then somebody's going to step up and do it. You see, in the lion's pride, the male lion rules his division with an iron fist. Because if he don't, then he's going to have other lions try to usurp and take his spot. The women know their position in the lion's pride. Everybody knows their position. But when you don't have a leader there, then it's anarchy. You got the women, they doing this and that, and other males are just all over the place. Then you have total chaos. And see, a man got to get back to the essence of leading his pride. Because a woman only does what she's supposed to do after she follows the man. Because, you know, the woman is like the moon, which reflects the light of the sun. So if you're not shining bright and reflecting your light in a woman, then a woman's going to be lost out there. She's going to be blind leading the blind. You got to put that, place it down. Like, you need to be firm but fair. A dominant male with masculine traits, and you know that will attract a woman into her femininity. Because people saying that women are too masculine, but the most masculine female will be feminine to that right man. You have to be that right man. You have to be there for a woman. She has to feel safe and secure around you. She has to feel your aura, your sense of purpose, your sense of being. And when she does that, then she will fully submit to you. And you got to make sure you're financially stable at least, because that's one of the biggest killers in a relationship, arguing over bills. Bills is one of the worst things to argue over. And if you have a woman that makes more than you, you can be in your masculinity as well. As long as you putting something there, you know, you still the man, you control things as long as you have the leadership role. But men have confused women throughout the years. Like, we say we want a good girl, but we go out there and mess with the freaks and the hoes. So the good girls at home see this, so they see what we asking for, so they go out there and they act like the freaks and the hoes that we sit there cheating with. And see, I'm not telling a man to cheat on this woman, no. But another woman is never supposed to have precedence over your woman. Like, your woman's supposed to know that she's the most important thing in the world. Like, it should be no doubt in her mind. Like, she shouldn't have to doubt none of that. Especially if she's doing what she's supposed to be doing. Especially if she's taking care of the home front and making sure the kids is straight. A man's supposed to always make sure his home front is well secure. And that's the difference between being a high value man and a lame out here trying to do something like that. But yeah, we have to step up as men. And like I said, feminism, this is what you women ask for. You ask for a man to be able to sit there and walk in the bathroom with a young child just by saying that he feels like he's a certain gender. That right there should not fly. And it won't happen with my children. No, let a man try to walk in the bathroom with my daughter, I'm breaking his jaw. I'm just being honest. Because that's not going to happen right there. See, women are losing the fight on athletics against real men. Like, you're going against real men that are genetically born men. And you're losing. So how far are these women trying to push this? Because y'all making the other women suffer. Because urban women and other minority race women, they didn't ask for this. This was the pompous Caucasian woman that did this right here. We're just going to be honest. They the ones that push this, they're the ones that benefit from it. The one that's already living a rich lifestyle with the rich husband, but want to be on the same level as rich husband. They did this and they dragging the other females down with it. All females didn't ask for this equality stuff, this equal rights stuff. Most women will be happy at the house, secure, cooking, and making sure their family is straight. So we got to make sure we don't drag other women into this equality stuff. We can't blame every woman for this equality stuff because there's good women out there that are looking to be good women. So, always stay on the lookout as an upper echelon man, and make sure you can see through the ones that want to be healed and ones that want to be yelled. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you got some that want to be free and you got some that want to be, rebellious. But this is one thing that they don't have it in the more easternized countries. Because, this is no-fly there. It's a no-fly zone. And see, what they're trying to do, they're masculating the women and demasculating the man. The people don't understand it. But appreciate y'all. Peace and blessings. This is the new hot spot right here, the Upper Echelon Man. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And I'm make sure I keep dropping these hits all day. And we're going to get down to the root of becoming a real alpha male right here. Peace and blessings.